Explosive claims from Ramon Cardenas, who says his most recent title battle against Inoue was rigged in favor of the Japanese superstar, have shocked the boxing world. Shocking interview that has rocked the sport. The 29-year-old Texan challenger disclosed unsettling information regarding what he calls systematic pressure to fail during their May 25th confrontation at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Cardenas, who lost 8th round TKO to the undisputed super bantamweight champion, claims officials advised him not to disgrace the cash cow and compromised his corner's capacity to properly direct him during the battle. If shown correct, these allegations might be among the most significant violations of boxing integrity in recent memory. Cardenas gave particular instances of what he thinks was unethical behavior meant to safeguard Inoue's unblemished record and appeal. "Everything changed when I knocked down Inoue in the second round," Cardenas said, referring to the moment he sent in him to the canvas with a precisely timed counter right hand. "Suddenly, between every round, commission officials were loitering about my corner, eavesdropping on our discussions and offering advice on how I should be careful not to spoil the performance." The challenger contends that this unmatched monitoring caused a psychological load on his performance as the battle advanced. Compact data show a fascinating trend. Cardenas's punch output fell markedly in the championship rounds before the halt following outlanding Inoue in 3 of the first 4 rounds. Most of the debate is on referee Thomas Taylor's choice to halt the bout in the 8th round, though Inoue was clearly landing strong blows at the moment of the stoppage. Video replay shows Cardenas still standing trying to parry punches and sometimes hitting back. "Though I was injured, I was awake and fighting back." Cardenas was adamant. "I have survived harsher circumstances." That stop was opportune for their story and too early. Boxing experts are split on this issue. Some believe the intervention was too early, while others contend that Taylor's choice was justified by the ongoing suffering. What makes Cardenas' assertions especially convincing is the testimony of many independent ringside observers who noted commission officials acting strangely all during the event. As these accusations gather traction, the Nevada State Athletic Commission suddenly finds itself under close examination. Several sources verify that certain sportsbooks momentarily suspended gambling because of suspected betting patterns as betting lines moved significantly after Inoue's second-round knockdown. Adding fuel to the flames is the Commission's strange delay in publishing drug test data, usually available within 48 hours before championship bouts but still missing over a week following the fight. Commissioner Anthony Marnell III said in a press statement denying any misconduct, "All championship bouts follow strict protocols and promising a review of fight footage," but he fell short of declaring an official inquiry. This calculated reaction has done little to allay rising worries about possible impropriety. Nose Camp has responded to Cardenas' charges with a combination of anger and scorn. Top-Rank CEO Bob Arum dismissed the allegations as unfounded and harmful, implying Cardenas is just a disgruntled loser trying to justify his loss. Notably missing from the fray is Inoue himself, who has kept an unusual quiet since the accusations came to light. Sources close to the champion say he's angry about the suggestions that his victory was tainted and would ask for an immediate rematch to resolve matters completely. This creates a difficult situation for Inoue's squad. A second fight runs the risk of legitimizing what some see as false allegations by giving them more publicity even while it could quiet critics. These amazing accusations have caused the boxing community to split along expected lines. Pointing out that the ref was fast to stop it just as Cardenas indicated signs of recovery, veteran pundit Teddy Atlas has become one of Cardenas' most vocal admirers. Former champion Andre Ward took a more measured approach, saying that while we've seen this trend previously with protected players, he stopped short of flatly supporting Cardenas' assertions. Conversely, some like Stephen A. Smith have rejected the issue totally, contending that Inoue obviously ruled following the knockdown and that data back up the validity of his win. This split emphasizes the continuing battle boxing has with credibility problems and the challenge of distinguishing between valid grievances and bitter grapes. Beyond the obvious scandal, Cardenas' claims brought up serious issues regarding the governance of the sport and the pressures on championship fight challengers in high-risk situations. The Texans said they were subtly cautioned against humiliating. The champion reflects comparable charges made by other competitors under promotional cash cows in past years. Should this be even somewhat accurate, it would imply a setting where the commercial interests of promoters and networks occasionally surpass competitive purity. When one takes into account the major financial commitments connected to Inoue's unbeaten record and marketability as one of boxing's few crossover worldwide stars, the scenario gets even more unclear. with the WBC declaring it will look at fight tape and Nevada authorities under increasing pressure to investigate. The possible consequences of this affair keep on increasing. Cardenas has kept legal counsel and promises to pursue this as far as it goes, including maybe official complaints to civil action and regulatory authorities. Inoue's scheduled September comeback against required challenger Murodjon Akhmadel now hangs in the balance, with promoters said to be thinking about postponing the fight until this issue is settled. The more doubt lasts, the more it threatens to overshadow one of the brightest stars in boxing and the already fragile reputation of the sport for fair competition. Fundamentally, this debate raises a basic issue that pierces the foundation of contemporary boxing. Did Ramon Cardenas really have interference meant to safeguard Naoya Inoue's marketability? Or is this an example of a brave opponent building a conspiracy theory to account for his loss? The truth probably falls somewhere in the gray area between these two extremes. But the very presence of such queries undermines the legitimacy of athletics. While analysts and fans argue over the value of Cardenas' assertions, one clear reality surfaces. Once again, boxing's ongoing problems with transparency and conflict of interest have surfaced, prompting the audience to question whether they are seeing properly controlled entertainment or real rivalry. Various parties will decide how to handle these explosive charges over the next weeks, thereby proving vital. Whether through public investigations, a hastily scheduled rematch, or quiet backroom agreements, how boxing handles this problem will tell volumes about its commitment to integrity. For the time being, the sport finds itself in familiar ground, struggling with issues of authenticity while two fighters' legacies hang in the balance. Once Cardenas' shocking interview dust settles, one thing is certain. Inoue Cardenas' aftermath could finally turn out to be more important than the battle itself.